Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back, baby, with another body count. Today's visual child predator van leads to horrifying discovery. Please keep your eyes on your kids, please. All means. And then the community, man, please assist those to keep their eyes. Be vigilant.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Life ain't all about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do need to stop being so tunnel vision in life and be observant of our surroundings. And not just for your safety, but for others as well. Because you might notice something the rest of them don't notice and you can warn somebody.
True.
So, hey, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want a first part, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
lock it in with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get it. Let's check this one out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm at Walmart. I think my daughter's been taken.
What do you mean?
Taken by a stranger. I don't want him to kill her. I don't want to be one of those parents that are going through this.
How's he just easy to freely walk out with him? He's like, he has like no, like he's not holding her.
Does she know him?
Like, that's how it appears to those. She's like, she doesn't look alarming. She just freely flow walking. You get what I'm saying? He ain't snatching on her. He just gradually walking. You would think he was a granddad and his grandchild, right? I'm saying, like, you just in Walmart.
No, I get what you're saying. Because, like, looking at it, like, or like you gave the whole speech in the beginning, looking at it, it don't look alarming. It's not like he's, like, is she, you know what I'm saying? So, there would be no one around to be like, oh my gosh, we need to, intervene. But, yeah sorry.
No, it's just.
But we'll get more information.
That's crazy. I ain't never noticed.
That's sad.
But also, I never witnessed an abduction.
I don't want him to kill her. I don't want to be one of those parents that are going through this.
Father, grandfather, just walking out there.
That's so scary.
And you get in a van.
Is the victim there as well?
When an 8-year-old girl goes missing from a busy Walmart in Jacksonville, Florida on the night of June 21st, 2013, police rush to the scene to investigate. However, after speaking with the child's mother, unsettling details emerge, leaving them questioning whether there's more to this abduction than they've been led to believe.
Ooh.
As stakes rise, investigators plunge into a desperate search to locate the child before time runs out. The following footage has mostly never been seen before.
He knew when the store was closing. I had a bad feeling about him.
Just after 11 p.m., dispatchers at the Jacksonville Police Department receive a 911 call from 45-year-old Rain Periwinkle with a grim concern about her young daughter.
I'm at Walmart. I think my daughter's been taken.
What do you mean?
Taken by a stranger. I can't find her.
Okay, ma'am, how old is your daughter?
8.5. I met a man today at Dollar General. He saw that I was struggling to buy them some clothes. He drove us here to buy us some clothes, and the only reason I went with him because he said his wife was going to be here. Because I told him I don't take rides with strangers.
Okay, ma'am, what's your daughter's name?
Her name's Cherish.
After explaining that she still has her 2 other daughters with her, 5-year-old Destiny and 4-year-old Nevaeh, she continues to share more details from the incident.
I don't remember what clothes she's wearing because I'm panicking right now. I'm trying not to panic.
Okay, and she was last seen with this man?
Yes, he said he was going to McDonald's and he hasn't been there because the store is closed right now.
Okay, is he a white man or a black man?
A white man. He's got white, short hair, and he's got dark eyebrows.
As she continues to explain, her story takes a darker turn, revealing shocking details that make the situation far more terrifying.
I had a strange feeling about him when I first met him, and he took her to the dressing room twice. And I was hoping that she would be okay. And I was looking at the shoes. And I didn't want him to think that I was overly protective, freaking out. But now they're not here.
When the detectives arrived to speak to Rain later that night, she begins to recount her story. However, her behavior during this interview, which one detective describes as unusual for the circumstances and a cause for concern, leaves them shrouded in uncertainty. However, her story about how she met the stranger she claims took Cherish is consistent with what she had described to 911 earlier.
He said his name is Dawn. He said he was supposed to meet his wife here, and his wife never showed up, and we've been here probably 2 hours, and she didn't show up, and I had this cart full of clothes that he said he was going to pay for with a $100 gift card, and I had a bad feeling. I thought, well, I feel like pinching myself because this is too good to be true. So I got to the checkout. He's not here. Cherish isn't here. She's 8 years old.
And there go my answer. How she just freely walked out with this man. Mom done made it where you don't have to even worry about this man being a stranger. Oh my gosh, bro. Literally, you set this man up with the alley hoop to get your child. But I don't want his more on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to go to California in the morning through the plane. And he knows, as I told him this, he knew when the store was closing. I had a bad feeling about him.
But it was her behavior as she explained what happened that left the detectives stricken with doubt. According to their notes, Rain appeared to have a total lack of tears when she appeared to be crying, was unusually calm, and displayed no obvious panic over the situation. She also repeatedly expressed,
You really, that's what, y'all, but she too quiet right now. And so I know,
Child.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't want to jump to conclusion, but, because I normally do. But she did.
Be in my head like.
She was too calm. She's not frantic enough for me. She's not hysterical enough. A lot of people are overly hysterical when their kids come up missing. They in a panic. They're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because the only thing they thinking about is making sure they get their kid back. And they automatically assume the worst. And so when you assume the worst like that, you become hysterical. No, you ain't trying to. No, you ain't trying.
I'm helping you.
Nah, I know you ain't trying to help now. Come on now.
I could say certain words. Most words. It's just,
What's the new house called?
Okay, that's the only word that you ever. Like,
no, that's
stop.
a word for sure. You cannot say. What's the new house called? See,
Yeah.
a new style home.
I ain't even about to get on this today. But the reason why I'm so quiet. Anyway, that's not about this. Anyway, see, I'm losing my train of thought. The reason why I'm so quiet because I'm trying to stay calm. Also, soon I heard her voice on the 911 call. I called BS. I don't know.
How does random man gonna pay for some clothes he just not meeting you? Man, don't no man do that.
You sharing too much information with a stranger that you don't know. He shouldn't even know that your daughter got to be on a plane going anywhere, California, whatever. He shouldn't know nothing. You shouldn't, especially when you have kids. Period.
Is drugs involved too?
Huh?
I'm wondering is drugs involved? Because now she got me wondering.
But yeah, her voice was just a little too common for me. I could tell she wasn't crying, like actually, like emotional.
Yeah,
like it's just kind of like you're trying to make yourself sound or appear as as so. But yeah, okay. You can press play.
All I did was
I know it caught me off guard. Yeah.
Just said clock that.
And displayed no obvious panic over the situation. She also repeatedly expressed concerns about the Dollar General purchases and the blue stroller she left in the suspect's van, as well as the items the Walmart employee.
Why are we worried about materials?
Some that's also kind of like a little irritating, more so to me, is you can remember exactly like what he looked like, that even up to his eyebrows and all of this and the like material things that you've left that you're worried about, but you can't remember what your child had on. Like, I need for you to, you can at least set a dress. You could at least said that. Even if you didn't remember the color, you could have at least said she had it on a dress. You know what I'm saying? But my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Boys would have to return from her shopping cart. Additionally, she expressed chilling thoughts that her daughter may have been assaulted and murdered. But these concerns were made with a noted absence of emotional response.
I don't want him to kill her. I don't want to be one of those parents that are going through this.
Her alleged emotional detachment wasn't the only detail that left them with the sinking feeling that something wasn't right. As she earlier told the 911 operator, Cherish was supposed to be getting on a plane to California the next morning. She further explained to detectives the scheduled trip was for Cherish to visit her father for the summer. According to their notes, Rain expressed anger over the situation, prompting one detective to ask her if this entire situation was an attempt to prevent Cherish from leaving. Though she insisted it wasn't, the detectives' concerns were enough to leave them questioning. Is there more to this abduction than Rain is leading them to believe? These concerns are further compounded when Rain's boyfriend, Aaron, arrives at the Walmart, and the two begin arguing over the money she spent at the Dollar General. Officers are forced to separate the two, urging them to stay.
We got a missing child. Why the fuck we worried about money somebody spent at the Dollar General?
$31 at that.
What? Yeah, but it has been times where parents will even kill the child before they let the child go and visit the other
Which
parent.
is the craziest stuff, but yeah.
Cause they like, oh, I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling, bro.
Ain't no telling.
Trafficking is big out here. Remember,
They focused on locating and returning Cherish to safety. It's now 1:10 a.m., and Cherish has been missing for over 2 hours.
damn.
Up against the clock, detectives turn to surveillance footage
long
from
time.
inside the store in the hopes it will reveal whether Rain is telling the truth and give them any clues as to where Cherish had gone. What they'll witness as they play back the tapes will leave them stunned, turning the entire investigation on its head. Dawn's white van travels from the Dollar General with Rain and her 3 daughters inside, seen on camera approaching the Walmart parking lot just before 9 p.m. Rain and her daughters Cherish, Destiny, and Nevaeh can be seen entering the store alone at 9:16 p.m. 10 minutes later, at 9:27 p.m., they enter the children's shoe section. As Rain begins browsing for shoes, the 3 girls can be seen wandering off into the neighboring aisle. While Rain and her daughters continue shopping, the man she's identified as Don is seen on the surveillance footage heading to the back of the store before eventually meeting up with the family. Though the camera doesn't catch it, Don slips an object into Rain's shopping cart. The later discovery of what the object was would send a chill down the detective's spine.
Go ahead, tell
For
us.
now, the man accompanies them as they browse the shelves and appears to be keeping a watchful eye on the young girls. At one point, Cherish and Don can be seen alone as he helps the 8-year-old try on a pair of shoes. Just after 10 p.m., Rain continues shopping with Nevaeh, while Destiny and Cherish follow Don into the children's clothing section. After disappearing from the camera's view for nearly 10 minutes, they finally re-emerge and are seen following Dawn through the aisles while Rain continues looking at more shoes. Over the next half hour, the girls can be seen interacting with Dawn and weaving through the aisles while Rain continues to look at clothes. Although their interactions have appeared innocent so far, it's Dawn's next move that leaves the detectives with a growing sense of dread. At 10:38 p.m., just over an hour after first entering Walmart, Cherish can be seen following Dawn back into the shoe aisle alone. The two speak momentarily before Cherish eventually returns to her mother, speaks to her briefly, and rushes off to join Dawn once again. According to Rain, she overheard Dawn ask Cherish if she wanted to order cheeseburgers from the store's McDonald's restaurant, and she allowed her to go with him. The two make their way to the front of the store and stop in front of McDonald's. However, it's clearly closed for business. Rather than returning to Rain, Dawn makes a sharp turn toward the front door at 10:42 p.m. as Cherish follows him close behind. The two walk through the parking lot, in plain view of passing strangers and occupied vehicles. 2 minutes later, at 10:44 p.m., Dawn's van is seen pulling out of the parking space before driving down a dark alleyway and exiting the store onto the main road. Meanwhile, Rain seemingly has no idea her daughter has left the store and continues shopping with her 2 young girls for another 15 minutes. The store announces its closing, and at 11:01 p.m., Rain, Destiny, and Nevaeh finally head to the front of the store to look for Cherish and Dawn. But despite their efforts, they're nowhere to be found. At 11:16 p.m., after another 15 minutes of searching, Rain contacts the police. By this time, Cherish and Dawn have been gone for over 45 minutes. While the disturbing footage now has the detectives second-guessing their earlier assumptions, it's the discovery of what Dawn placed in Rain's shopping cart that truly sets them on edge. An ominous coil of rope, seemingly without purpose, was left behind by the suspect. It's now 2:10 a.m., and after reviewing the footage, the detective and sergeant in charge of the crime scene discuss the situation. They decide that there's enough evidence to support a kidnapping, and at 2:30 a.m., over 3 hours since Cherish was last seen, the Amber Alert process finally begins. The delay has stolen pressure.
That's a little too long for me.
Yeah.
To really, 3 hours, he could have did whatever he wanted to dispose of the body and got gone.
Yeah.
3 hours is a long time. He did that. She took too long to even report it in the first place. And then they have to investigate to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Amber Alert should have went out. And then but I know it's proper protocol they got to go through.
Yeah.
So I'm just a civilian, so, but.
Precious time, and now the clock is ticking faster than ever. With every second meaning the difference between life and death, they must race against time to uncover the identity of Dawn and locate Cherish before it's too late. Using the Jacksonville, Florida mugshot database, a possible suspect, 56-year-old Donald James Smith, is identified. When shown his photograph, Rain positively identifies him as Dawn and eerily comments, "Yeah, you'll probably find her dead in a box," assuring her they will do their best to recover Cherish safely. Detectives work to secure as much information about the suspect as possible and are beyond horrified with the shocking details they soon uncover. Donald James Smith, a registered offender, has a harrowing list of priors spanning 3 decades. These include a total of 20 arrests, with 9 charges related to criminal acts involving children. His long history includes theft, fraud, burglary, possession of illegal substances, sale of obscene materials, multiple lewd acts in the presence of children, assault of a child, and attempted kidnapping. The most jaw-dropping revelation was that Dawn had been released from prison just 21 days ago for attempting to impersonate a Department of Children's Services agent in an attempt to lure a young child away from her grandmother. Armed with the horrifying truth behind Dawn's dangerous past, the race to find Cherish intensifies.
Now, this is an individual that ain't never needed to be back on. He got too many cases, bro. He got too many cases, see? Why the fuck is he on the street? He can't. It is who he is. Man, the mama ain't shit, bro. I might have spoke too soon. I apologize. But you get what I mean?
You know something? Yeah, you could have, but also at the same time, in my head, you have, like I always say, as a mother, you have 3 girls, right? Even with little boys. But you have 3 girls, right? Mm-hmm. With your kids, period. Boy, girl, whatever. You have a duty to protect them with every fucking bone in your body. Like, you have a duty to protect. Like, that's just what it is. You just met this man, as you claim, at the Dollar General. And you let your little girls just run freely with him. Go get McDonald's. Like, what are we doing? You don't know this man.
Also, it's what you said is nearly true. 9 times out of 10, he saw you shopping with them at the Dollar General. Mm-hmm. He scoped in, and he said, "Okay, let me come up with a plan."
And let me say this real quick too. Just look at like just how it seems. I don't know if this is a man that you literally just met. The girls did look pretty comfortable around him. And I wonder if it's because you have a lot of men in and out of their lives. I don't know. I'm just, at this point, I'm just assuming, just seeing it and knowing people like that, they be having men in and out of their kids' life, they do become a little bit more comfortable, like quick, you know, because it's like this norm for them, which is not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. You have a duty to protect your kids. You shouldn't have any and everybody in and out their life. But this breaks my heart. Just the fact that she, like, you even, no, I'm good. And I get, you know, you feel like you need the money or you desperate or you need some, whatever the case may be, but I'm sorry, you just don't.
If you're not ready to be a mother, stop laying around fucking. You
don't know people, man. And I do agree. I understand people fall on hard times and stuff like that, but
Sure.
Yeah, no.
But without a lead, there's little they can do but hope for a breakthrough. At 4:21 a.m., over 5 hours after her disappearance, the Amber Alert finally makes it into the hands of thousands of Florida residents. A description of Cherish, Dawn, the white van, and the missing blue stroller all reach local media channels, and it isn't long before crucial tips begin flooding in. A homeowner with claims of an unsettling discovery soon contacts the police. As he attempted to mow the lawn of his home on Rutgers Road, just 3 miles from the Walmart, he came across a baby blue stroller leaning against the side of the house. The stroller matched the description of the one Rain left in the back of Dawn's van. But that wasn't all that was discovered. In 2 large trash bins, the dollar store purchases, along with items belonging to Cherish, such as her pink headband and purple flip-flops, were found. The house is empty, and there's no sign of Cherish or Dawn having ever been inside. It's a devastating blow, but detectives are not ready to give up hope.
Because at the end of the day, we put out an Amber Alert. He gets the Amber Alert as well.
Yeah.
So he knows y'all looking for me.
Yeah.
So he's trying to dispose of any evidence that can attach, you know what I'm saying?
And yet, they have no idea how disturbingly close to the truth they really are. Finally, at 8:55 a.m., 10 hours after Cherish's disappearance, a 911 call delivers the break they've been desperately waiting for.
Jackson 191 Smile. Hi, we're calling about a suspicious van over here on Rutgers Road, a white van. It was parked behind some bushes really deep, and then we heard that it was an 8-year-old girl. Rutgers and where? Rutgers and behind Highlands Church. Behind Highlands Church. Can you give me the nearest cross street of Rutgers? Broward. Broward? Yes, ma'am, and it was a white van. It's not there anymore, but we don't know if he dumped anything because we heard a girl just got abducted from Walmart. Right. So we're not sure if that's the van, but the white van was pushed all the way to the back of the bushes this morning.
The caller's tip ignites a surge of hope, as Highlands Church is just 1 block away from where the stroller was recovered. While en route to the location, officers are hit with a stunning stroke of luck when the suspect's white van is seen driving southbound on the highway. They quickly begin to coordinate a high-stakes takedown, fueled by the knowledge that Cherish may still be alive inside and just within their grasp.
33 a second, that van just passed me at 95 heading south at Sun Avenue.
I'm right behind you, Gene, Papa 110. 112 to that unit. Do not stop the van until we get resources to you. If you can, stay back from it. Keep them from seeing you. HQ, what's the status on the air unit and other zones? I want everybody available heading towards the interstate.
We're now passing Edgewood, still heading south.
Emergency equipment engaged. Speeds are 58 miles an hour.
791, y'all do it on this bridge right here. That way you can't run on foot.
170 to K9, we got that entrance ramp closed off. Let's go ahead and blue light them as soon as we get past this entrance ramp.
Now in position, with exits blocked and nowhere for the suspect to escape, officers blare their lights and sirens. Tensions run high as they brace themselves for the uncertainty of what comes next.
170 vehicle is pulling over at 95 southbound at 4th Street, exit. 170, I want a felony takedown. Do a felony takedown. Driver, step out of the vehicle. Face away from us. Keep your hands in the air.
Stop. Bitch ass.
Take 2 steps to the left. Face away from us. Take 2 steps to the left. Put your hands in the air and walk back.
He's so used to this shit. You see how, like,
yes,
bro. Most people, they ain't used to it. He like, okay, y'all. I know the protocol. That's crazy, insane. He had 9 cases of this shit already. Y'all don't think he's a threat to society at this point, bro? Get him life. Get him life. You know, he's have had too many opportunities.
Facts.
You might get one, the first offense, 10 to 15 years. You come back in my court with some shit like that, bro, you're not seeing the light of day. You're a danger to society. Because I can't trust you around any child out here in this world.
Not at all.
You went before a judge 9 times for the same being a threat to society when it deals with minors.
Backwards, sound of my voice slowly. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking.
I'll be worried about some of the wrong
Keep
shit
walking.
sometimes.
Stop. Take 2 more steps to the left.
170, 10-9.
Begin to walk backwards again. Stop. Go down to your right knee. Go down to your left knee. Put your hands on top of your head. Remain still.
Well, let's get K9 clear the van. Got K9?
I'll call it. Any other occupants in the vehicle? Next occupant of the vehicle, take your hands and stick them outside the vehicle window and or door.
Officers wait with bated breath, hoping to see Cherish emerge.
Any other occupants of the vehicle, identify yourself now. The K9 unit will be approaching.
Back up, man. Back up,
Any other occupants of the vehicle, this is your last opportunity to stick your hands out and identify yourself. The K9 unit.
She's not in the vehicle. He's been panicking. You think he's going to keep that child? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's not, bro. He panicked and got rid of the stroller. He panicked and got rid of everything that was attached to them.
Yep.
Out of the van. He was really trying to leave the area.
Mm-hmm.
He knew y'all was looking for the van. That's why the van was stashed. He just don't have another vehicle to get. Because if he had another vehicle to get, he would have got the other vehicle and got gone. She's not in there, unfortunately, man. And the mom waited too damn long to report it in the fucking first place. 5 minutes out of my sight, where you at? Panicking. Call 911. I don't know where my child
5
is.
minutes too long for me.
Honestly, when I seen her fidgeting with the shoes and the kids was on the other aisle, it gave me everything I need to know about her with her parenting. Y'all are out of sight.
Yep.
No, y'all get over here.
Just hear you.
You
If I
stand
can't-
over
if I-
here on this aisle.
You ain't next to me if I can't see you. No. Let alone going with a stranger that you apparently just met. No. Mm-mm.
And what random ass man just gonna come up to a woman with her 3 kids and say, "Oh, I see you struggling to buy it, and I'm gonna take you to Walmart and help you buy some clothes for your kids." Come on now.
Somebody that's sick like this, possibly.
But I'm saying for you to 100%.
Look at you as an easy target.
But you shouldn't believe it. That's
Facts,
what I'm saying.
You shouldn't.
Unless it's deeper.
Yeah.
It's a baby. Y'all, these little gnats this year gonna be crazy, man.
So annoying, yeah.
Unit is approaching.
The K9 unit and officers approach on high alert with no idea what could await them inside.
Then the van do look like one of the vans that you be like, oh, they look like us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because all the windows black. White van.
170.
170.
Suspect in custody, 1077, clear as hell.
I'll move over and try and open 95.
There's no sign of Cherish inside. Despite the tragic setback, officers relentlessly question Don for answers, who claims Cherish jumped out of his van at a stoplight and ran away. Though hopeful this could mean Cherish is still alive, detectives are immediately suspicious as Don's pants are soaking wet. He insists he's only sweating as a result of recent substance use, but officers aren't buying it. With the knowledge that Highlands Church, where his van was earlier spotted, sits just beside a creek, only a block away from where the stroller was recovered, they quickly send the K-9 unit out to investigate. For now, refusing to answer further questions, Don falls silent. Their only hope is to take him in for questioning and break through his lies before it's too late. Little do they know he'll soon make a horrifying admission, just when he thinks no one is listening.
Welcome back.
Have a seat. We'll be with you in a little bit. Stand up.
What you in there sleeping for?
Turn.
Bitch.
What's your name?
Donald Smith.
Donald Smith.
Yes.
Roll your hand out.
He comfortable in the cuffs and everything. This is his normal.
Roll your hand out. Mr. Smith, sit.
After reading him his rights, they're hopeful he'll be able to give them any information as to Cherish's current whereabouts.
We'd like to ask you questions about it. You want to talk to us?
No.
Okay. All right, stand up. Roll pictures of you and get some swabs. Just stand right there. Put your back up against the wall.
Once again refusing to speak, Don is photographed and told he needs to change so his wet clothing can be collected for evidence. Soon after, he's moved to a new room where he'll wait for transport to the jail. It's when he's left alone that he finally has something to say. But the horrifying words that come out leave investigators filled with unimaginable horror.
Bit me, man.
What the fuck? Why y'all ain't... Shouldn't they... I wonder when do... Because, you know, typically sometimes in the cases like this, they photograph the body to see if you got any... Yep. So I wonder, did they not try to do that? That's... What the fuck?
Bit me, man. Bit me.
With enough evidence to charge Don with kidnapping, he's swiftly taken away in handcuffs. Inside the prison, Don shares with a fellow inmate what he wasn't willing to share with police. Little did he know, the entire conversation was recorded by an undercover police officer within the prison. The audio exposed harrowing thoughts that Don harbored. As a group of young girls pass through the prison, Don and a fellow inmate can be overheard sharing their twisted observations.
How old do you think I was? How old do you think she was? That's right in my alley, right there. Huh? That's my target area right there. That's what I go after. Well, you would have fun with that one. You would keep that one locked up in the basement for a while. If I saw her at the bus stop, I'd get her. Yeah, I'd like to run into her at Walmart. Cherry got some blood on her? Yeah? Damn, one. She ain't had nothing like that, though. That's because she ain't black. She had a lot for a white girl.
Though shockingly vile, the audio recordings barely scratched the surface of the horrors the K-9 unit would uncover in the early hours of that fateful morning as they searched the creek near Highlands Church. Fresh tire tracks extending from the church would lead the officer deeper into the woods. They next find a white plastic shopping bag, along with a wet black sock. As they followed the trail, they made a heartbreaking discovery. one that was more gruesome than they could have ever imagined. 8-year-old Cherish Periwinkle was found nude from the waist down, submerged in the murky water, half wedged beneath a fallen tree. A later autopsy would reveal that she was violated before being strangled to death. DNA evidence collected from Cherish would match that of Don Smith. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Don shockingly pleaded not guilty and left his fate for a jury to decide. He also attempted to suppress the jail recordings, arguing they were a violation of his privacy. The chilling audio was played for the jury at his trial in February of 2018. After only 19 minutes of deliberation, they unanimously found him guilty of kidnapping, battery, and first-degree murder. Donald James Smith was sentenced to death and remains incarcerated at the Union Correctional Institution in Ryford, Florida, where he awaits this sentencing to be carried out. Rain's other 2 children, Nevaeh and Destiny, were removed from her custody in the month following Cherish's abduction.
Because God damn it. Because I was like, bro. Yeah,
the mom ain't shit, bro. Mom ain't shit. I think she's low-key knew it was going to happen.
Oh, no.
I don't know if she... We ain't got evidence to show that she, like, planned it or anything. Mm-hmm. But, hindsight, I feel like she knew it was going to happen. She was too calm. You in Walmart for too long. Like, my thing is, when somebody tell you they're going to take you shopping and buy anything, right? Mm-hmm. You don't take an hour to shop.
No, bro.
You don't. You like, okay, I'm going to go in and grab a few things, then we can go.
And like I said, regardless of the fact, if that's the case, maybe, you do that with a family member or somebody you know. But the fact that he was a whole stranger.
And you let him freely go with your kids like that?
All that? Like, no. And you just letting your girls just run free with them. Letting your 8-year-old daughter, your little girl, go off. Like, no.
That child did not deserve
No, not at all.
She deserved a way, way, way better mother. Her mother straight failed her.
And he's such... Yeah, okay.
Hey, man. Honestly, y'all...
Rest in peace to Cherish.
Facts.
Rest in peace to that baby, because she did not deserve it.
And, we need to look at the judges. Because how the fuck y'all didn't been locked his ass up for life? Cause if you notice, every situation it kept getting
worse.
Worse and worse and worse. He was just arrested previously for attempted kidnapping.
And this time he was like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do what I've been.
And to be completely honest, if the Amber Alert didn't go out, do I think he would have murdered her? No. I let me say this. I don't know.
Past nobody. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is,
you a sick, evil.
What I'm saying is, it was a pattern of ramping up.
Well, that was
his final. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't put anything past that man, though.
You taking her for me is enough. Like, bro.
Yeah. Hey, y'all spam us up, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is We are. We are.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partner.